250 years after the Declaration of Independence, Americans are still arguing about its meaning. Authors Bobb and Tony Williams explore that story in their new book, Divided Over the Declaration. Welcome. I'm so excited to talk to you both. Congratulations on the book. It's getting incredible reviews from critics and from readers alike.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for having us. The response has been incredible, more than we could have hoped for.
Well, let's go back in time. So 250 years ago, what were Americans most agreeing on about the Declaration, and what were they disagreeing on?
You know, Americans were debating the question of independence for a year while we were at war with Great Britain. And the major question was, should we separate from Great Britain or not? And then once they decided that question, then they had a debate over the Declaration and changed about 25% of the text. But this should not surprise us, right? Because the Declaration sets up self-government, and it's a product of debate and deliberation and moderation. And it's that debate and deliberation that forges a consensus around the principles. And then the great task of self-government is to turn that creed into deeds.
So here we are 250 years later. What do you think as Americans most unites us today, and what most divides us today?
Well, you can look to, some of the comments from those who are visiting our country from all over the world now. It's fascinating, isn't it, to see what those who are here as visitors say. This is the America I was seeking. Wow, you're all so friendly. I feel really welcome here. The other place to go to see unity is a naturalization ceremony. It's a beautiful thing. A lot of them are held on Independence Day. There was a documentary done a few years ago where the filmmaker went to one in every state. What you heard was opportunity, equality, liberty, religious freedom. I can be myself here. That's what we're united around. And those are all Declaration values. And so the great news is we are less divided than it might seem that we are. That's one of the fundamental points we're making in this book.
And that's probably why people are loving the book, because it's so great to hear that. And you made a great point about the visitors coming here. I assume you mean for the World Cup. And so, we're also united over ranch dressing. I don't know if that's in your book.
Yeah, that'll have to be the sequel. But, it's more than just kind of mom apple pie and, Americana or the kitsch. What we argue in the book is that even though we've had an argument, and after all, America's a home, it's an idea, as Tony just said, right? It's a creed, but it's also an argument. And it's not to say that we're a particularly disputatious people, but what we've given everyone since that declaration is the room to argue. And the argument has, for many, in most cases, has been really productive. It pushes us forward and makes us a better people.
I love that framing of it, and I want to talk about some of the biggest inflection points in our history. Suffrage, the civil rights movement, the abolition of slavery. How did those movements draw on the Declaration?
Right. Well, during this argument, as David points out, for 250 years, the Declaration has been at the center of American debates over policy and rights and laws and so forth, foreign policy. And so immediately after the Declaration, during the American Revolution, and right after, enslaved people heard and saw the ideals of the Declaration, and they said, that applies to me. And so they launched freedom suits and issued freedom petitions to legislatures for their freedom, and they won. And the Declaration also forced white Americans to face the contradiction of slavery and freedom. And so there's emancipation movements in the North. There are private manumissions of African Americans as this freedom movement grows, and it's applied, and it becomes more inclusionary. The women of Seneca Falls in 1848, they hold this great convention for women's rights, and they use the Declaration. They rewrite it a little bit, and they say all men and women are created equal. They claim the inalienable right to suffrage, and they also claim in their list of grievances that there's a long history of repeated injuries and usurpations of man against woman. But the Declaration was also right at the very heart of the Civil Rights Movement. As Martin Luther King and John Lewis, these great Americans, stand at the Lincoln Memorial on the March on Washington, and they claim those rights. They have hope, and they assert that after 340 years of segregation and slavery, that they are here for what King calls a promissory note, that promise of equality, that promise of freedom. And he makes that claim, and they win some significant legislation for voting rights and for civil rights. So it's really, these are just great moments, not only in the book, but in our shared history.
Well, thank you so much, Tony, David. The book is Divided Over the Declaration. It's available now wherever books are sold. Thank you so much for the book and for the great talk.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us. Happy 250.
To you as well.